are driven by the finer things. I see more than materials and wealth. What have you got to give to me? What I don't already give myself. You are driven by the... And I want to thank you for giving me the best day of my life. Welcome to a brand new episode of Illuminated DiiSCLAIMER. Sydney, the singer here, and hope you're finding beautiful ways to illuminate your path. Now today I wanted to talk about constructive criticism. Now, I use a different pen because that's much better. Okay, now constructive criticism. Now, in one of my previous episodes, I talked a lot specifically about the fact that I'm a crab, I'm a Cancer. I'm not an actual crab, I'm a human being. And if you do believe in horoscopes, it's said that Cancers, they have a hard exterior, but a gooey interior. Now, I don't necessarily believe in horoscopes. I believe in multiple things, and I feel like life consists of a combination of everything. Yeah? But I see life as a teacher, I see everything as a teacher. If a horoscope is telling me that you're a crab, therefore you're sensitive, yeah, or you don't show it, I'm gonna be like, okay, cool. I'm gonna understand that. I'm gonna see why. And I did realize that I am pretty sensitive, but you wouldn't really know. So, one thing I realized, I need to get myself into situations where I experience, where I can get more, more instances of becoming hurt, letting my sensitivity dictate my outcome. For example, getting rejected. Out. I feel my sensitivity now. Then I accept the sensitivity and I find ways to grow from it. Now, I spoke to a good person a couple of weeks ago, and he said to me, I'm making music, but I love it when someone tells me criticism, because I am consistently going uphill in a mountain, and when I get to the peak of the mountain, I realize that I'm halfway up another mountain. If I get to the top of a mountain and I'm happy there, then over time I might lose my abilities and the mountains might get bigger. And when I need to start pushing things up, I have lost a lot of momentum, and therefore it will be slow for me to start climbing the next mountain. Another way I see it is this. Oh jeez. Okay, that's not a dice, that's supposed to be cheese, yeah? I might just edit some cheese there, but I might be on a maze. Like one of my previous videos, I talk about this book that I read, about eating cheese. And please, I would say, look at that video and by extension, read it. So, you're in a maze. You start eating this cheese. You're happy with this cheese. But as you realize, the more you eat this cheese, the more bites will be taken out of this cheese. And as you can see, the more cheese that's being eaten, obviously simple maths dictates that the less cheese will be remaining. Suddenly, your cheese is gone. Therefore, what you're going through in life does not necessarily go the way you want it to anymore. Now, what we should be doing, in my personal opinion, if you disagree, that's completely fine with you, is to keep on finding ways to find more cheese. Cheese is limited. A lot of the things that we go through in this life is limited, so therefore we might be eating this cheese. We need to think about where we can get the next cheese. How can we become more self-sufficient? How can we make sure that we are on top of our empire? And this is what we're basically talking about, and this is when it comes to constructive criticism. Now, I make these videos to help people. I invite people to go into the comment section downstairs and just say, what I can do to improve these episodes. I feel like I'm doing well, but I know deep down I could do better. I should be doing videos where I'm like dancing and maybe singing as well, just bring more entertainment into it. Because if you're watching these videos for 10-15 minutes of just me just talking more like this, you're missing out. I'm missing out. So we all should invite constructive criticism. We can learn more from constructive criticism. I think I know a lot, but sometimes I'm like, I barely even scratch the surface. So what can I do from Illuminated DiiSCLAIMER to do something which can highlight my skills? Alright, highlight skills as well. You might know what you truly want, but someone can give you constructive criticism and it can make you think, wow, actually, that's brilliant. By the way, I know I've got beautiful handwriting, so you can't critique that. Alright. Another one is trajectory. Usually used in maths, trajectory means the way that you're currently moving. Now, there's been sometimes where someone's telling me a line, and it's changed my whole course. Somebody said one line to my friend. My friend knew that I wanted this person's job. So my friend told me about what this person said. Just a one line. And that one line changed my whole course. I realized that I don't want to be doing this as much, but I want to be doing this a lot more, because that is indicative of who I am as an individual. Constructive criticism. I will also say, with constructive criticism, you try new things. From time to time I do hosting, and somebody might say, yeah, it's good, but I didn't feel the energy. Okay, that gives me a new way to test myself, put myself to the limits, you know? I put potential is here as well. You see your potential, you see what you're capable of doing, you're pushing the envelope, you're getting uncomfortable, and one way to get really uncomfortable is for someone to tell you need to change certain things or look at things in a different point of view. And that comes to one of my most important words if you watch Illuminated DiiSCLAIMER, which I know you all do. Perspective. We need to change our perspective of ourselves sometimes, because we might be seeing something from a completely unhealthy or toxic way. So when someone calls us out on it and gives us constructive criticism, we get a perspective. We see things from a new point of view. We understand that what we're doing may not be right for us. If you have a business that's making a lot of money and you're not getting more, you hit a glass ceiling, so to speak, your perspective might be off. You're not trying enough new things. You haven't realized your potential yet. Your trajectory could be off. Your skills haven't been highlighted and you haven't been learning as much as you should. And that is the good things about constructive criticism. You can use it as a tool to get the next steps going with less resistance, because firstly there will be resistance if you're trying a new thing, but that resistance will wear down. It's like if you've got a knot in your back, you put pressure on that knot and it hurts, you're like, oh, you're tapping out on the table. But 15-20 seconds later, the pressure slowly goes and it dwindles. So just come to show that when you're ripping your band-aid off, it's gonna hurt at first, but once you get that first part done, it's smooth sailing. And that's what we need to do when it comes to constructive criticism. We shouldn't get offended when someone says something that we don't like or appreciate. We need to learn from it. Some people will say things that are against your ethos, but why are they saying it? Accept the fact that they're saying it because they have a different perspective, and you can learn so much more from this new perspective than you have been teaching yourself for the last 5 years sometimes. Like when this person told me that one line, I was like, yeah, that kind of just made me rearrange 3 years of ideas and planning to make it more streamlined. So we shouldn't get offended by people, we should see what they're saying, we should accept it, and we should learn from it. And that is my gift for you today, my lovely disclaimers. Just respond, don't react as much. See what people are saying and see how that criticism could actually help you become more successful than currently are or ever plan to be. Okay, this has been a new episode of Illuminated Disclaimer. I've been Sydney, you have been amazing, and as always, find new ways to illuminate your path.